This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So we're actually continuing a conversation from yesterday. The video that I cut about Black women not being able to explore their options. And we're actually going to go deeper because Zaddy is exposing them. Zaddy is exposing these Black women that want to hop the fence, that want to divest away, right, from the community. Now, I'm going to read a screenshot. Shout out to BGS Ibmore for posting this. I'm actually gonna show it to you guys, and it's a screenshot of a tweet that I'm hoping you guys are going to be able to see. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, hopefully you're able to see this. It says this, and this is a tweet from a guy named Doug Weisenberg. Interestingly enough, when I went to his Twitter, it was suspended. I'm assuming this is the same guy, but whatever. That was interesting. But anyways, it said, just FYI, I've dated a lot of Black women, and I can say this. Number one, the amount of deep-seated hatred some Black women have for Black men is astounding. This is a white guy saying that hatred for Black men is he's astounded. Number two, all of the Black women I've dated in one way or another tone down their Blackness for me. We're going to read that again. He said, just FYI, I've dated a lot of Black women, and I can say this. Number one, the amount of deep-seated hatred some Black women have for Black men is astounding. And number two, all of the Black women I've dated, in one way or another, tone down their Blackness for me. And I'm going to stop sharing that. Now, before I continue on, I'm going to show you a video as well, a little clip that I think you might find interesting. So let me show this really quickly. Here we go.
I haven't had that issue with Caucasian men. Sex was never brought up. They just wanted to just love on me. And I mean, to the point where like, I dated this one guy and he would pick my food up from the table and carry it to my car. He would hold the door for me. When I got in the car, he would close the door. He would get on his side, like.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Because I think
I haven't had that issue with Caucasian men.
Let me stop sharing. As you can see, I like different videos. So my like videos come up. So here's the thing. I wanted to show you the video of her talking about how the white men that she has dated have done chivalrous things for her. And it's said in a way as if Black men don't do this, that Black men don't do this. And I wanted to show that video in juxtaposition to what that white man said in that tweet. Okay? He said that Black women have a deep-seated hatred for Black men that astounds him. And the reason why that's really significant is because he's saying this is coming from a man that comes from a group, that comes from a culture that tells him, that demonstrates to him his value inherently, that is over, and the inherent devaluing of a Black man by comparison, by relation. This is what their culture teaches, okay? They learn it in subtle ways and overt ways. They learn that. They understand the privilege of being white in a country where there exists white supremacy. He understands that. And for him, the level of hatred demonstrated by Black women towards Black men astounds him. In other words, he don't understand how Black women could have more hatred, more disdain, more vitriol for Black men than even he is taught to have. And he's benefiting off of living in a system that is predicated on the lack of a Black man's value in his life and his humanness and his manness. It's predicated on not only hating him, but making sure that he can never fully realize his own control over his own biology, his own culture, and his own environment. It's predicated on. He's astounded. I keep repeating it because I need it to sink in. He's astounded by the level of vitriol and hatred that Black women display towards Black men. And the second point that he made was that all of the Black women that he had dated had downplayed their own Blackness for him. Now, you can draw a lot of conclusions as to what he mean by that, but we know what he mean by that. We mean that all of that ghetto trash foolishness that y'all like to pull on Black men, you don't do it with him. All that ghetto, all of that, you talk a certain way, all that sassiness, all that masculinity that you claim that you can't get rid of, and all of that, all of a sudden you can figure out or try to figure out how to be women around him, how to drop all of that bad value system behavior and try to adopt a set of values, or at least the vision of a set of values that he will accept. Because when you notice Black women going for white men, they don't take all them weaves with them. They don't take all them lashes with them. They don't take all that makeup with them. They don't take that obesity with them. They don't do none of all of that deep voice, haughty, I'm gonna get in your face, cuss you out, boy, you better. They don't bring none of that to Zaddy. None of it, because they know that Zaddy don't accept that, and he's not going to accept them with it. They're going to have to act like women if they want Zaddy to pay them any attention at all. And they're going to have to be the best kind of women to get the lowest white man. They're going to have to be the best quality of women to get the lowest quality of white man. Because the upper echelon white man still don't want them. I don't care how she come. Very rare. Now, I showed that clip to you, and this one is going to be a little bit longer. This video going to be a little bit longer because we really got to talk about this. I showed that clip to you to show how in awe that Black woman was over simple chivalry. Now, when Black men do this, because I have never been with a Black man, and I've only been with Black men, never been with a man that did not treat me with chivalry, that did not treat me with respect, that did not hold doors, that did not pull chairs, that did not open car doors, that did not carry bags, that did not. I have never been. My general interaction with Black men, my casual interaction with a strange Black man will yield me chivalry. I get doors held open all the time. I get offers of, can I carry that sister? Can I hold that sister? Do you need help with that sister? I get that every time I go out, and let's say I'm at a grocery store or whatever, there's always a Black man somewhere that even if he don't say it out of his mouth, the energy be there. He be watching me to see, am I gonna struggle? And if I do, he gonna come over there to help me. It's all the time. All the time. So I don't know which Black men y'all are running into that don't do this. And this is a part of the lies that you tell yourself, that you tell other people, that Black men don't have basic chivalry. And they would have more chivalry, but the other part of that equation that you don't tell is how you behave when they show it to you. You have a bad attitude. You have an entitled attitude. You don't say thank you. You don't smile. You don't show grace. You don't show anything but your behind. I've watched you do it. I have watched Black men hold doors, or if they do mumble a thank you, you can barely hear it. You can barely detect that was what was being said. But we're going to go deeper. I told you that these bed wenches love their master with a colonized mind and their colonized heart. And she is bred to be a bed wench through feminism. Because I don't know if anybody has ever actually noticed that when Black women are feminists, they only hate Black men. They don't hate all men. They don't have a feeling of misandry towards every man. They only direct it towards Black men. And this is how you know that feminism is a branch from white supremacy, because the basis of white supremacy is the hatred and the devaluing of Black men specifically, which is why that tweet was so important and why it was actually so damaging to the narrative that these divestors like to put out there, that Brad is just waiting on them to come to him and he ready to cover them. But Zaddy is coming out to tell the truth, because he don't care what your narrative is, and he doesn't have anything to gain or lose by telling the truth on you, because he know no matter how he expose you, you gonna love the ground he walk on. He know that because you a colonized bed wench. So he know that there is no sin according to you coming from him. There is no wrongdoing he can do to you to make you turn around and make you turn your back on him. But all he got to do is drop 1 or 2 seeds and you ready to burn your whole community down with your Black men and your Black children in it. He know that. So he don't have no fear or compunction about coming directly to Black men to tell them this is how this heifer do. This is what this heifer is about. Because what y'all don't understand is that white men actually talk to Black men. You don't know that. You don't know that. This is why Black men have never been impressed with y'all talking about how y'all gonna run the Zaddy. Because white men will talk to Black men in the workplace. They'll talk to them. White men will spill the beans. Let them be working and like that black guy that he worked with. And they got work camaraderie and all of that type of stuff. He like him in the office, or he like him on the construction site, or he like, the guy was cool. He had his back one time. That white man will start talking to him. He'll start talking. And he don't care nothing about it. He'll tell the truth because he don't feel like it's no reason to lie. There ain't no repercussion from telling the truth anyway. So he'll start talking about black women to a black man and his experience, if he got any, with black women, dating them and stuff like that. And he'll say, well, why come they treat y'all like that? Because I done dated 4-5 black women and this is how this go. And black men be like, oh, okay, I see you. See, it ain't about anger. It's not even, it ain't no jealousy in it. It's just two men talking about their dating experience. And when race is a factor, they say it. They'll say it. White men will say it. They'll come online and say it. And they're starting to come online more and more. As the divestors come online to talk about how white men treat them and how much they love them, white men are coming out and blowing that out of the water. We don't really love y'all. We don't really love. Y'all worship us. So y'all do certain things. Y'all bend over backwards, or y'all sacrifice portions of yourself to be with us. That's what it is. You come so thirsty. It's so demeaning what you do to yourself to be with us. But we understand you. We understand why you're doing it. We don't like it though. It's not endearing to us. It's actually disgusting. He said it was astounding. I'm willing to bet you that he's disgusted by it. Right? So we understand, going back to my point of feminism, we understand that black women, that feminism is a branch of white supremacy, because when black women take on feminism, they immediate misandry is directed specifically towards black men, not other races of men. They love other races of men. They love men. They just hate black men. You understand what I mean? So she sees black men, as a result of this, the same way as white men see black men, as useless, as incompetent, and as lesser men, who even when he embodies all of the same traits that she values in white men, she never values them in black men, which is another reason why I showed you the clip. Because that chivalry, when black men do that, black women call them thirsty, soft, beta, weak, stupid, lame. Okay? Black men cannot show up in front of black women with this chivalrous kind of, because you're ready to call them a simp and treat them like a mark. But when Zaddy come along and do that same thing, hold a door, be kind to you and all, now he's a gentleman. He know how to be a man. He know how to be a real man. He know how he's a man and know how to treat a woman right. But the reality is something very different. Just like we talked about that other chick that was a ghetto gagger. And she was on there capping about how black men talk to her. But white men call you, N-I-G-G, hard E-R-B. That's what he call you. That's how he talk to you. And you love his dirty jaw. So you don't have no value for black men. And you don't have any for yourself. You will degrade and devalue yourself to grovel after white men. And white men are exposing it. And y'all are mad that white men are saying this kind of thing. about y'all. But you forget that y'all can't hold him accountable. Y'all can't hold him accountable to nothing. Y'all can't make him bow to y'all, or he don't got no loyalty to you. He can take you or leave you. So he don't care if you never talk to him again. He don't care if you never be around him. He don't need you. He don't need you for nothing. You don't serve him nothing in no type of way that he can't get from his own woman. You, as a matter of fact, you a detriment in that light. So he don't care nothing about it. He don't care. He don't have no sense of nothing towards you. And he never has. He know you see him as your God. And you kind of literally see him as that too. He know you worship the ground he walk on. You know, he knows that his whiteness is what you covet. It's what you love, and it is what you wish you were a part of. And that being with him gives you some portion of that, some level of having the privilege of his whiteness by proxy. He know that. He just don't mind telling it. And these white men is telling on y'all. Y'all are masculine. He know that. You're whores. He know that. Because see, y'all are not marrying out and dating out at great numbers, but you are having sex out at great numbers. And that's another thing. Y'all like to blame being single mothers on black men, but you don't talk about all the mixed babies you got. That might be another show. You don't talk about all of the mixed babies you got. You don't talk about all them babies you having by white men. You don't talk about all them babies you having by Middle Eastern men that run the liquor stores and the corner stores in the hood with you. Ooh. Because it's a lot of real interesting looking babies in the hood. It's a lot of Arab looking babies in the hood. It's a lot of little babies that look half Yemeni. A lot of babies that look half Palestinian. A lot of babies that look half Arab. Right? Lot of babies. Got some real interesting facial features. They melanated. They got some real interesting hair though. Real interesting. You like to blame all that single motherhood on black men and black men being derelict in their manhood. No. Y'all are having a lot of babies by a lot of other men. The men don't want you. They don't marry you. And then you get to become a single mother statistic. And then since nobody deals with the nationality or the ethnicity of those children, you get to blame it on black men. Nobody's stupid. Everybody sees you for who you are. White man I don't know who you thought you was playing with. This is the colonizer we talking about here. He ruthless. He a savage. He don't care about your feelings and about your appearance toward in front of the world. He don't care. He don't care about all the fronts you trying to put up or the airs that you trying to put up. He don't care about none of that. He will expose you like the open wound that you are. And he don't care if you get infected because he ain't going to be bothered by it one way or another. He set you up to destroy your community. And he had every intention from the beginning to leave you in the very place of squalor and destruction that he put the battery in your back to do. He never intended to save you out of it. He was always intended to leave you in it. He just put a battery in your back because he knew you would do it. He knew you would do it for him. He knew that warped love that you have for him, that sick sort of love that you got for him would serve him. And you would destroy your own. And he could use you for that. And you did a good job. But that don't mean he was going to reward you for the good job. He going to leave you there. You don't serve him none. He don't even like you. He see how willing you were to go against your own. I told you he'd be disgusted with you because you're more willing to destroy his enemy than he is. That's why he's disgusted. That's why that white man said, I'm astounded. Y'all better start reading between the lines of these people talking about. Anyway, before we sign off, I want to draw everybody's attention to the fact that you can now go and get the book, my new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery. You can go directly to the website crimsoncure.com and pick up your copy. The book is such a success, and I owe it all to you guys for going and supporting me and supporting this work and supporting this channel and supporting this message. All of it has been so wonderful to me, and I thank you all so much. Everybody who made a purchase, everybody who intends to make the purchase, thank you so very much for that. Just remember crimsoncure.com. The link that you need to hit to go and purchase the book is in the description box right now. So click it right now. Go and get your copy. Also, we still have the petition against Black Lives Matter Global Networking Foundation for their more than $100 million theft and misappropriation of donated funds. So if you want to become part of holding Black Lives Matter accountable, all that you got to do is go in the description box again, click the link for the petition, sign and share and contribute to it. And last but not least, jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Cyber Monday is the official launch date for Kendra Davis's Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, as well as her new website, crimsoncure.com.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.